Today I'm going to show you how to draw an eye with charcoals, step by step. I'm going to use the charcoal pencil, and I have a medium, and I have a soft, and I have an extra soft. Let's start with the medium. I'm going to mark the overall space. So you just softly just draw it like that, okay? Like that. And think about, oh, is what I'm going to place the eye, and thinking about where's the eyebrows. I'm gonna also put the eyebrow over here. I'm gonna make the eyebrow a little bit lower and right over here like that. Just think about in that case, my eye and could be a little bit lower. Okay, this is gonna be top including the eyelid, right? The upper eyelid, like this. Okay, so this is the space. And if you want to make it smaller, you have to make the decision now, because after you make the first decision, it's going to keep moving forward. Okay. And you're not coming back. Oh, let me change it again. It will be a little bit too much work again and again. Okay, like this. Okay, our measurement is going to start from the top over here. But we're gonna figure it out how high is this compared to the width, okay? And I think from the width over here, I can see that I can do it like this roughly. Uh, but this is only like draw it without measuring. Okay, this I'm gonna see that this look like this. So this is a little gap in between this eyelid, right? And this the inside of the eye. Inside the eyes only start over here like this. Okay, now let's do a little measurement. I'm gonna do a little measurement to confirm if they're correct. So I'm using a stick. So now I'm gonna looking at the reference. I'm gonna put my stick over here. I'm gonna take a look at the width of the eye from here to here. Rotate it. Oh, interesting. The height from here to here equals only half from here to here. You put the mark over here. From here to here, where's going to be the middle? I want to take a look. That would be the half. So this is the half. What I'm going to do, just put it here to here. Oh, okay. Now double check. It's already correct. So good job. So this will be the height. Now, okay, I can confirm it. And here you go. Confirm that. Now I can take a look at, oh, this is the top of the eye. Every time you have to check it, okay? You don't want to make a mistake in the early step, and then you ended up as not going to look right in the moving forward. Okay, the measurement is very important. From the top to the bottom over here, I will also see that the eyelid can be only 1/3, right? Like see, would be the top eyelid. Can you see that? Let's always start measuring from the bigger than going smaller. Yes, a little bit more, a little bit less, then maybe a little bit less. Okay, here you go. Like that. So don't rush into shading it. Okay, now this is the corner. So you can focus on the shape of the inside eye like that, right here, and look how it coming up and should be a little bit lower. This is the tear dot right over here. Here you go, like that. Here you go. That's good. Now from here to here, we can see that from this corner to here, I think the iris is in the middle, and by the iris probably a little bit more than 1/3, like this, like that. So focus on that, because would be the iris. And lots of people make the iris not rounded, and that it looks like the cat's eye, right? Human eye always rounded, like a perfect circle. So, and the top over here is actually covered a little bit by the upper eyelid. You can see the bottom of the circle, like that. Spend enough time on it. So also you can see that 1/3 inside over here, that is the size of the pupil. So right in the middle, you can see if this is the top of the circle, from here to here, the middle point is will be here. And from here to here, the middle point would be here. Now you can draw the pupil right in the middle of the iris. Okay, don't automatically draw that without knowing where's the center part. Right, this is good. Look like this is the another right below this line. There is another line. You can see that that's another line over here showing the inside wall of that upper eyelid. That's good. If you think about only the line and shape, it's same thing as you draw an apple. Next time you're gonna draw an apple, you're feeling, oh, it's super easy. I can draw the eye, I can draw anything, right? And the same thing, you can draw an apple, you can draw an eye, right? It's the same process. And if I move this the same high up over here, you can see there's the distance between the eyebrow and the eye. And another, that is the width of this eyebrow. Now you can double check on that too. This side looks like a straight line. Okay, you can see that? Look like a straight line. Coming over here, it's almost the same from here. Okay, now we can put this. This is would be the eyebrow. Only think about shapes, right? Coming all the way over here, you can see the angle between the corner over here to the corner of the eyebrow on the other side, like that. So I'm put a mark over here. So you can see coming all the way over here, and then here you go. Now this is the shape of the eyebrow, which is pretty simple. Now we're going to go into shading. Shading is very important for the eye by knowing the structure of the eye. The structure is not flat. Can you see over here have a little bump out because there's a bone underneath over here, right? And also for the eye, it has an eyeball behind this. So let's do a little mark over here. There's the lower eyelid over here. Actually, all in this whole area over here, you can see there's a come out a little bit, have a little highlight. And the bottom over here, this side would be darker too, and including inside the eye white. There's the whole thing. I'm going to make the whole thing over here. You have to see this, understand this, and I'm going to shade it over here like that. Now, remember, if you draw a sphere shape like a ball, you have to have a little bit highlight and then have the shadow side in order to make it now. And this side's a little bit lighter, this side a little bit darker because the light coming from this angle. And also because of the light coming from that angle, I can see that there's the highlight on the eye, inside the eye. There's a little cast shadow. This is the highlight. I'm going to shade it inside the iris because the iris is darker than the rest of the eye. So here we go. I'm going to shade it. It's very interesting. You see your eye is gradually come to light by having the correct value shading in. Okay, I'm also, because of the makeup, making the eyelid a little bit darker, like that. All right, that's good. Now I'm going to make this side even darker, like this. Okay, and I'm also going to shade it, the eyebrow. That's called draw it like a flat shape. And we're going to make it specific, make it more interesting by adding more details, or that means more smaller shapes later. Okay, over here I'm going to make it a little bit darker too, like that. All right, now we're going to start shading it. We're going to use a blending stump. I have a huge blending stump over here. Here we go. Now I'm gonna, don't press it too much. I'm gonna start from the uh, iris. And when you are blended, you're removing or soften the uh, texture, okay, like this. You also can use paper towel or the tissues to soften this. That's easy. Like that, that's good. And maybe a little bit softer over here too. And the top over here a little bit softer, like that. Here you go, that's good. And over here, maybe a little bit. Just control how much pressure you apply to the blending stump. I'm gonna put over here too. Make the texture a little bit softer, like that. There you go. Now the eye looks more and more like a real eye by having the shading. Okay, step by step. Don't rush. Don't go too fast. Okay, so here you go. Here you go, like this. In the corner over here, and then like that. That's good. And the outside over here, also gonna make it a little bit softer. Okay, like that. That's good. All right, softly, like that. When I draw a little bit bigger, I always use my fingers or my whole hand to blend. That's easier for me. But when you draw on the smaller, you can use the paper blending stump, and it will be fine. Okay, the other side, make it smaller blending stump. I'm gonna softly have this a little bit softer like that. And if there's something you need to remove, and you can remove that with the eraser a little bit later. Okay, like this. There you go. That's good. All right. Now we're going to make something darker from here. Also make something a little bit lighter. Let's take a look. Something a little bit lighter. Clean up a little bit over here. Just use the eraser, right? Very easy, simple. And we're gonna have a little bit over here, a little bit too dark. I'm gonna soften that. Now coming into the highlight, and here you go. Okay, you always can knead and mold the eraser, so you make it a little bit sharper like that. That's good. Now also the bottom over here, I'm gonna make it a little bit clean like this. That's good. All right, and nothing else is gonna be lighter than this. Okay, here we go. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a soft charcoal pencil, which is gonna be darker. Now I'm gonna come in over here to put the pupil right here, right? I'm gonna put the pupil right here, make it even darker. Go like this. I think it's the right size. It's maybe can be a little bit bigger, like that. That's good. Now the up over here, now we see a little bit more detail. Up over here, also a little bit darker because of shadow. Okay, here you go. I can see this is darker. And here you go, on this side. And you're going to make this a little bit darker over here, like that. Now you can see from the bigger shape of the what we start with. Now we add a little bit smaller shape into here. So you don't no need to start from the detail. You can always start from big and gradually go smaller. This is good. That looks pretty details already. Now I'm gonna over here, I'm gonna give a little bit softer. Now up over here, this line a little bit darker because the way the eyelashes come out. Okay, here you go. You can see part of the eyelashes. We're gonna do the eyelashes a little bit later. Okay, don't need to do it early. Okay, that will be the last thing we're gonna do. Okay, that's good. All right, now coming down over here. Ah, I see. Over here, we need to lift up a little bit lighter too. But let's first apply a little bit value over here. Seeing that that's a little bit darker, like that. That's good. Now, now we can come back to continue building a little bit darker details, like coming over here, a little bit darker over here, and you can see this side is actually darker because of the shadow area. Okay, like that. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker like this. That's easy. Okay, over here I'm gonna make it a little bit darker too. And now take a look at this area. And there's a lots of things we need to work on from here. Okay, here you go. Now you can see this side is actually darker because it's the shadow side of the eyelid. Okay, here we go. You can draw it, follow the contour of this like this way. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now on the other side is the opposite, and drawing the other side because this is the shadow of this area. Okay, here we go. Yes, don't want to make it too dark. Okay, okay, like that. That's good. Right, and you can use the eraser coming over here, and oh, there's just a little bit light shape over here. Yes, that's good. Like that. It look much better, much more specific details. That's good. And a little bit over here. Now I'm gonna come back over here. Make this tear dot a little bit lighter, but don't make it too light. Okay, just a little bit, right? You don't want to make it lighter than the highlight. You cannot make it that much light. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm gonna come to the eyebrow and just draw a few lines like this, some line over here, and we'll make it look like, oh, this is the hair. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna use maybe the medium. Is medium have a little bit more clear line. Okay, here you go. So no need to draw the line to start with. You draw the shape and then add the line, make it more specific details like that. It will save you a lot of time. Okay, that's good. All right, like that. Look at that. Ooh, that's the eyebrow. So you draw the shape, start with the shape. Okay, okay, here you go. Of course, the shape need to have the line to make the shape, but we're not draw the detail of the line like this. Right now, I'm making it. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna add a little texture over here, just showing the skin. Right, the skin have a little bit texture like that. And what else we need to do? Not much. We're gonna have fun to draw the eyelashes. Okay, how we're gonna draw the eyelashes? We're gonna use a little bit darker. So we're gonna come back with the soft, maybe even have extra soft. Focus on that. You don't want to automatically draw the line. You want to draw the line. It means something. Like start from this one. I'm gonna start from here. Here you go. Draw slowly and up like that, and maybe push it down a little bit more. So have a little bit wider to turn into a little bit, right, like this. Draw slowly. Lots of people draw like automatically. Ooh, and then doesn't look like, it look more like a cartoon, right? Doesn't look like the the hair for the eyelash. Uh, and here you go. A little bit over here, like that. It looks good, right? So far. Now I'm gonna look again with the next one. Yeah, that's right. Coming like that. And here you go. And you can do it one movement. That would be great. And push it down so you have a little bit more contact to the paper. If you have it like this, it would be very thin. So let's take a look again over here. And one by one. And up a little bit. That's perfect. Now I'm going to keep going. The next one. Here you go. And like this. Have a little line like this. There's another one coming up like this. That's good. And here you go. One stroke to finish it. Okay. I'm gonna have a little bit coming this side, a little bit messy because she just cried. So she has very messy eyelashes. Okay, here you go. And keep going. And from thick to thin. And then have another one, a little bit thinner. And then like this, looking for it. And no big deal. Whatever it is, you can always capture it by observe it. Okay, observation is very important. And then the bottom over here, I'm gonna have a little bit softer, like a little big eyelash. Okay, here we go. Just look and observe. Okay, that's good. Just a little bit soft, like that. And come back here to see, oh, inside over here, I can make it a little bit more clear. That's good, like that. And do the final touch, and then your drawing will be finished. If you want to come to learn the fundamental technique and process, now you can come to join me in the learning program, Drawing Fundamentals. Just take a look at Enjoying Art classes for detailed information. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and turn on notification. I will see you in our next video.